to Shining, Shimmering, Splendid, where I review Walt Disney World rides and attractions. Today I'm going to be reviewing a blast from the past, Dinosaur. Dinosaur was an opening day attraction for Animal Kingdom in 1998, but it was originally titled Countdown to Extinction. It got its new title in 2000 to coincide with the release of the movie of the same name. You're welcomed as guests at the Dino Institute, offering time-traveling tours of the early Cretaceous period in the Time Rover, which is a time-traveling Jeep, or as I like to call it, the JARDIS. The pre-ride show introduces you to two scientists, Dr. Seeker, who wants you to go back to the late Cretaceous period and bring back an iguanodon, and Dr. Marsh, played by The Cosby Show's Felicia Rashad, who says that that's way too close to the time that the giant asteroid hit Earth, and there's no way you're going to be going back to that time. Spoiler alert, you go anyway. It's then a race against time to find the iguanodon and not get squashed by a giant asteroid or eaten by a Carnotaurus. It's a little dark for a Disney ride. So the pros. This ride is really high on theme. The second you walk in, you hear Bill Nye's voice talking to you about dinosaurs. The queue line is this giant dinosaur museum. And when you walk in, all of the ride attendants are wearing Dino Institute uniforms and telling you to enjoy your tour. This ride usually has a very short wait. It's either a walk-on type of ride or maybe 5 to 10 minutes during the busiest parts of the day. I love this ride because of the high thrill factor. You're being zoomed around corners and coming face to face with really cool looking dinosaurs. And all the while you have Dr. Seeker in your ear counting down to that asteroid hit, and the energy is just really high the entire time. This ride is a lot more fun if you choose to play along. If you're just gonna sit back and wait for things to happen, it's not as much fun as if you're really acting along with it and being afraid of those dinosaurs and wondering if you're gonna make it back in time. Some of the best fun that I've had on this ride is just pretending that it's actually happening. Now this ride's biggest pro is also a bit of a con. This is a scary ride. Back when it was called Countdown to Extinction, you kind of knew what you were getting into. But now that it's called Dinosaur and there's a big statue of Aladar out front, it attracts a lot more kids that really aren't quite ready for this ride yet. So if you have young ones, I would recommend riding it once without them just to see if it's something they can actually handle. This ride is also very jerky. It's not really good for people with motion sickness, but if you want to give it a try anyway, I would recommend trying to sit in one of the center seats as opposed to one of the outside seats. And the ride is prone to breaking a lot. The reason that it's so dark is that a lot of the lights just stop working or malfunction somehow. Sometimes you go through and there's no light at all. Sometimes you go through and the work lights are on. The good news is that this ride is currently closed for refurbishment, so hopefully that's part of what they're fixing and that won't be an issue anymore. My overall opinion is if you love thrill rides, definitely ride this ride. It's one of my favorites. It's right up there with Expedition Everest in terms of thrill and theme and just overall fun. However, if you're not a big fan of those type of rides, definitely skip this one. It's just not for everybody. I would give this ride 8.5 out of 10 meteors because I've always wanted to go back in time and have an adventure. So what do you think? Is this ride worthy of that score? And what do you hope is different when the ride reopens? If you like my reviews, feel free to like and subscribe. And check back every Thursday for another Shining, Shimmering, Splendid review.